yell kind of party when you do it with. I've never been to a Q&A with cuffs. I love this.
This is my second.
Let's talk about the music first. Obviously, classical music plays a very big part in the book. Why did you decide to have Christian be obsessed almost with classical music?
Well, I mean, I think for Christian, he found music was a sort of healed his soul as a young child. So he played the piano, and I found several pieces that he could play while researching the book and researching the music. And I listen to a lot of music when I'm writing, and a lot of it made it into the book. A lot of these are just my favourite tracks that I've known for a long, long time.
So a lot of people don't equate classical music with sex and sexuality. Girl, what's going on in your bedroom? What do you need to change on that?
Well, I listen to music the whole time that I'm writing. I used to write on my laptop, and because I write in my main living room, the kids are there, the television's on, so I just used to plug music in, and I'd listen to the same track over and over and over again while I was writing. So that's how it kind of ended up in there, really.
We know that you're all about your research. You don't mess around with that. So some of the scenes are set almost, to the classical music. Did you have to do research to see, where sexually to go in those scenes?
No, I knew, I think I know which pieces you're referring to, but I knew those pieces already. So I just thought, well, let's do this and let's put, speminalium across this and see what happens. And yeah, that was quite something, I think.
Just like the book, this record was almost born out of the fans, because your fans had sites and online polls about, your music. So for you, what role did that play?
Well, everyone was asking, when can I get the album? When can I get the album? When can I get the album? And EMI sort of stepped up to the plate and thought, well, yeah, hey, why shouldn't we do this? And that was good fun.
But in addition to this classical side, you've got Britney Spears music throughout the book. You've got Snow Patrol, Springsteen. So we're going to see a maybe pop album?
We'll see.
Do you think the classical side helped to humanize Christian Grey, because he's a rather hard character?
I think it does. Yeah. I mean, it's where he finds some peace, I think, through music. So and he spends a lot of time on his own. He's a very lonely guy. So it's sort of a company for him, if you like.
And you're starting a book tour. You told me you're going to Minneapolis. You're finally going to Seattle.
I know. I can't wait.
How excited are you for this trip to Seattle?
I'm really excited because I've never been there. And I set the novel there. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to visit.
At what point did you feel like you made it? Because yours was more of an organic experience thanks to women by word of mouth spreading this book. Yes.
I haven't. Have I made it?
Has she made it, you guys? I don't know.
That's very difficult to take on board, all of this, because it's happened so quickly. It's been difficult to process. What has been fantastic, though, has been the response generally from women. And there's two things, really. One is that it brings women together, and that's helped the word of mouth. It's people saying, have you read this book? Have you read this book? And I've got everybody at work reading it. I've got all my family reading it. Everyone in my town's reading it. And the other thing, the flip of that, is that women who don't read books normally are reading it. And I've had emails from people who haven't read for 28 years, and they said, oh, I've read all your books in 3 weeks. What do I read next? Which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
E.L., when your friends are seeing your kind of dirty side reading your books, what have they said to you? Because my girlfriends are here, and if I had to read their innermost thoughts, I don't know.
I've had things like, one of my friends said, you dark horse, is what she said. And then said, oh, this is what you've been doing for the 2 years we haven't seen you. That sort of thing, yeah.
For you, what's inspiration and what keeps you going? Because you've had such big success with these books. You could do your movies and you could go live happily ever after.
I think for me to do this book tour, I just wanted to, the thing that I enjoy more than anything else during this process is meeting people who have really loved the books, the readers who have loved the books, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
This book is also surrounded in controversy. You have groups wanting to burn the book, some people saying negative things about your writing. How do you block out the white noise and sometimes does it get to you?
It's all noise. All of this is noise, so I block it all out. So that's what I do.
Break it down for us. Some people say Christian Grey is not the white and shining armor. He's a bit crazy. He's got some stalker tendencies. How do you see him?
I see him as a very broken man.
And?
Well,
There is-
he's gorgeous as well. The books are a fantasy. They're my fantasy, and I wrote them for me, really. And the wonderful thing about doing all of this is there seem to be other people's fantasies, so I'm not such a pervert, which is rather nice.
What do all these people here mean to you? Because, as I said, this was a grassroots effort, and here we are.
It's difficult to process, really. I'm quite shy, believe it or not, and it's kind of hard to sort of put myself out there and do all of this. So it's a little overwhelming, to be honest, for me. It's nice that people who don't normally listen to classical music are now listening to classical music. It's great that women who don't normally read are reading, and that's what I take home to bed every night, thinking, yeah, hey, well done me.
Our audience is a pretty young audience. They might not be listening to classical, so if you were going to start them out with just a couple of songs, what would you suggest?
I would suggest Bach, always. Always start with Bach.
Is that what puts you in the mood? Get your sexy on? I'm trying here, people. I think I hit you.
No, not really.
All right, perfect. Thank you, E.L. I appreciate it. Thank you all.